All right, let's do it. Welcome to the Sofa Kingdoms.
No, we're wrong with Ian.
All right, Ed. Fuck you guys. Took nearly 60 episodes for me to be like,
It finally happened.
brain spasm.
It finally got to him.
You know, in my brain, I was gonna say like spooky season, ha ha ha. You know what I mean? And then
Instead, you start speaking Latin.
not even Latin. It was like
Welcome
pig,
to this.
it was like pig Latin, bro. It was fuck.
That was good. That was good. We need
Thanks,
more
man.
intros.
Look, I spruced the place up.
I'm eating bologna, and I thought I was gonna be the one to fuck up. I was like, "There's no way."
Oh man! So you guys have any costumes picked out this year for Halloween yet?
Oh man,
I got my generic wizard.
Generic wizard
You're always a wizard in everyday life.
and the Witcher.
Well, listen, you just take the outfit that you go to a Ren fair with, you throw on a cloak, ta-da, wizard.
There you go. Same.
feel you.
I've been building mine now. It's getting better.
Yeah.
Each thing I add to it.
No, I've been working on mine. I'm hopefully gonna have it in time for next year's Halloween. It's only been like a year building this heavy Mandalorian costume.
Working on it for a while.
Yeah, but
I'm like 500 in now. On this
yeah.
thing.
Oh,
So it's starting to come together.
Oof.
you would hate
It does
to
start
know.
it does start to add up.
Yeah.
It does because you get the boots, the contacts, the dye, the fucking. Now,
you
now I have
slowly
like
work on
I have
it.
like chainmail
Yeah.
pauldrons and shit. I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to look like the Witcher.
You would be mad at me if you knew how much money I've spent on this Mandalorian costume.
Well, they fucking
so
didn't
far.
design this costume for Florida because like I had
No.
to switch out a couple parts. I switched out the one chest piece. It was like it came as like a gray puffy down. The material I would have died if I'd have wore it to the Renaissance Fair in Florida. I would die. There's no way.
Oh, that's
it was like it was insulated. I would have.
So you don't have the conviction of the guys to go full plate mail
Oh my god.
to the Ren fair.
Fuck no, because you can hear them sizzle. You can
Yeah.
hear them sizzle when they walk by, and you smell bacon. You're like,
Yeah.
what the hell? Like that guy's
like, man,
dying.
I'm hungry.
He's dying in there.
I remember seeing the dude full plate, chainmail underneath, at the joust, and he was in the sun because all the spots in
Yeah.
the shade were taken up, and it was just the look over every now and then, like, did he pass out yet? Did he pass out yet?
Bro, he could have
can't-
probably died in that outfit and nobody would have known.
It's like taking the sauna with you.
It really, really is. Hey, look, it's a good weight loss program, if any. You know what I mean?
I also have to thank you for giving me this Capri Sun.
Oh,
I
you're
have
welcome.
not had remember Capri Sun, guys? Do you remember Capri
Uh-huh.
Sun?
Oh, yeah.
Good lord. The
Listen, I got
memories-
some Sunny D in my fridge.
Oh, don't fuck. Don't you do that to me.
Not that purple drink. I got some, not the orange stuff. I want that purple. I got some. That
You live in
commercial.
a time capsule. You live
That
in a
commercial was so fucking like against poverty, right? They're like, are you poor? You got that purple drink that your mother bought you, but you know, if you got some money, your mom got that Sunny D in the
sugar
fridge.
water purple.
I miss quarter waters. You know
Yeah.
quarter waters?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Were you old enough for quarter
I'm
waters?
35, yes.
All right. Man,
We
that
may
was-
act like children, but we are actually grown up.
yeah. Those were the good old days, man. Quarter for a bag of chips, some quarter waters. For $1, you can have 4 solid pieces
I remember the
of
dollar store,
snackage.
10 cents in Airhead. I used to ride my bike up there.
You get
None of this
bagged.
bullshit nowadays. I'd leave with fucking 20 Airheads.
Yeah.
Pedaling
that.
home with a sugar
That was
rush,
more of a
breaking the land.
Pennsylvania
Yeah.
thing, though. I tell you what, because they didn't have the candies being sold like that really as much in New York.
Right.
But in Pennsylvania, yeah, they had a whole rack.
Yeah.
And it was, 10 cents a piece,
Oh,
and you
dude.
fill up a whole bag.
Cigarettes were like $5 a pack in New York back in the early 90s. Like, it was no joke.
Now they're like $50
Oh,
a
fuck
pack.
yeah.
Imagine like you spend $50 on a pack of cigarettes and somebody off the street goes, "Hey, can I have a cigarette?" Like, bitch,
Yeah.
are you paying my rent?
Well, actually, the mob didn't even deal in cocaine. They would just take like a truckload of cigarettes from Mexico and sell them in New York and make like a 2,000% profit. So it's insane.
Yeah, just avoiding those taxes.
Macaroons are good.
You really killed it today with the spread. I have to say. Whoever contributed.
Right here.
Oh, no, yeah.
This motherfucker
You
ain't
sure
good.
shit wasn't me, no.
Yeah, as you said, yeah. I wouldn't be paying for shit either.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So what are we talking about first? We have some good things to talk about, some bad things to talk about, but
Let's start with the glorious thing that was the Munsters.
All right. Okay.
Because
All right.
you
It is
took
Halloween.
you took the sacrifice.
You did.
I did take
And
one
you
for the
did
team.
actually
I did.
watch
You dove on that
Well,
sword.
we shit on it for so long, and I was just sitting there. I was scrolling through Netflix. To be fair, I was studying, and I just wanted something on. And I thought, okay, for research purposes, I've been a Rob Zombie fan.
Uh-huh.
I know we talked about this.
Right.
I will bear this burden. And I put it on. And as expected, it was a 2-hour pile of shit. It was horrible. The humor was forced. Every joke sucked. It was like awkward delivery.
Oh.
The only thing I can say is well done with the weird color scheme. He made it feel quirky and Halloween-y, and he tried to capture like the original feel from the show from
Yeah.
the 40s.
Right.
I'm sorry, he missed the mark. I love Rob Zombie. I'm still a fan of his. If he had a concert, I would go. I'm not gonna watch any of your PG movies anymore, man. I'm sorry. It just sucked. It was bad. Like he's gone animated and colorful before. He made an animated movie called The Haunted World of El Super Beasto. It was still for adults. The devil was in it. There were superheroes, all kinds of fucked up shit. It was good.
Right.
He knew what his audience was.
Right.
This, I don't know what he was going through. I don't know if
He
his
missed
wife.
the mark.
I don't know if his wife needed an acting job. I don't know.
Is it a project that he sought after himself, or was it one that he was offered?
I don't know, but he fucking he messed it up. Like it's not good, man. It's not good. I mean, if you're into like shitty humor, but I can laugh at shitty humor. This was bad.
I mean, I've
It was
seen
corny
Mr.
as
Bean.
shit.
I've seen Mr. Bean and I laughed, right?
Oh, this
and that's
is
shitty humor.
No, this is cornier.
Yeah.
This is corn. This is like
So, but serious question. Do you now feel bad for the people he's going to torture in his basement because of the failed movie that he put out on
gotta-
Netflix?
he's gotta get
He's got to take it out on
He's
somebody.
got to get that anger out on
I'm thinking
someone.
maybe he'll feel so bad about making this, he'll just open the basement and let them out.
And he'll let them all out.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. He's gonna let them out.
Here's
I'm gonna
to
fix my
you,
hair.
kidnap people in Rob Zombie's basement. We hope you get out soon. Shit, man. Well,
Thank God.
so at least you've seen it, so we can
Yeah,
really
it's
put a
top two.
legitimate stamp on it.
Top 2 worst movies I've seen in the last 10 years. It's up,
Ooh.
I mean, it's up there with The Hateful Eight. And if you like The Hateful Eight, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's
Fuck.
that Hateful Eight, Miss Congeniality, Pretty Woman, top 4. What's top 5 worst
Really, you
movies
hated
ever?
Pretty Woman? Oh.
Oh,
Oh, it's Julia Roberts. Never mind. I was like, why'd you? That's
well done, sir. You
Not
know
a
who
bad
else
movie.
is
What the
slowly
hell?
working their way into my hatred list? Patton Oswalt.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Raven.
He's in way
The
too
Raven
many
from
things.
Sandman?
He's
He-
in way too many things.
He's in a lot of stuff.
And he just always plays the annoying voice. And that, like, I'm watching Modoc, and I have to say, it's pretty goddamn funny.
So why do you hate him?
Because I don't like him, but because I don't like him, I oddly enough like the show. Right? Like, I'm watching because, like, I hate him, and the whole show is just Modoc getting shit on. So I'm like, this is Patton Oswalt getting shit on. So, like, if they made a movie with Julia Roberts where the whole premise of the movie, she just keeps getting, like, fucked over and beat up, and, you know,
my
she winds
God.
up in
Look at-
Rob Zombie's basement. Like,
my God.
I would be like,
my
this
God.
is a good movie.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna go for Laffy. We're going for Laffy Taffy on here. I mean, Patton Oswalt, he is pretty funny though. He's had some good stand-up.
He is. He is.
And he talks about how like he's B-word fat. Like he says B words and like his throat starts to jiggle. You have to say it differently. I bought the bracelet at Post Office.
No, he look, he's funny.
I'm
Modoc,
getting B-word fat.
Modoc on Hulu was a sleeper show that I didn't even know was out. Threw it on. I heard about it, but I watched the cartoon, and it is actually really funny. It's really good.
I broke my Hulu my Hulu boycott.
Account? Oh, you broke your
I was
boycott.
boycotting.
Yeah. For Tyson.
Yeah, I was but I
Chicken.
broke it to watch Hellraiser.
And
As bad as the Munsters was and disappointing as it was, Hellraiser made me happy.
Okay.
Hellraiser, they looked
nailed it.
they looked at Clive Barker's original vision, and they said, okay, we're not gonna copy it. We're not gonna try to replicate it because it was what it was. We're gonna make it our own thing. They reimagined it. Is it as good as the first? No. I think that the original Hellraiser to me was creepier. It had a more unsettling vibe. This was still really good. A lot of the Xenobites are female.
okay.
A majority of them are female. They have replaced Pinhead. It is now a female Xenobite that they refer to only as the priest.
Okay.
and she is terrifying. They did a really good job. It's psychological. It was kind of an homage to the first Hellraiser with a sprinkling of the second Hellraiser in there. So fans of the series will enjoy it.
Okay.
And it's got great reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. That's how you make a good horror movie.
Nice.
So for as bad and disappointing as the Munsters on Netflix was, I was redeemed literally the next night by
Watching
Hellraiser
some
on Hulu.
Hellraiser.
So
All
if
right.
you're a fan of horror, please don't miss that one this holiday season.
Ed, what about you? Anything new or different that you've watched
That I've watched?
or played?
No,
Anything?
I've been just catching up on everything else. Played.
Is HBO Max working now?
It is finally
Okay,
working.
good.
I did get a chance to catch up on House of Dragon. I did catch up on Rings. I took a brief hiatus for like 2 days off of finishing Cyberpunk and ran through a quick life real quick on Sims 4.
Okay, all right.
It's one of those games like
Just come back
It's
to
just a good old game to just jump into.
like
and
once
lose
back to
yourself.
it
like once
whenever.
every 2 years I turn it on just to see like what have they done to
Yeah.
add and fix.
I feel like playing God today.
I've turned off the things they added in because the things they added in are broken and actually make the game terrible.
Yeah.
But as long as they leave the ability to turn it off and just go back to what it was the previous version, played a quick little game, did a little thing, and then finished up Cyberpunk. And I've talked about it. I've talked about it enough times here. If you like RPGs, it's a great game. It's worth if you. I mean, how many times are they going to sell it for like $10 at Best Buy for you to not pick it up and give it a try?
Right. That's why I picked up Hades, and I've loved it.
Yeah.
Everything they said about Hades was true. It's fantastic.
I do the same thing too with Skyrim. It's like once a year I'll throw Skyrim on, and I'll lose myself for 6 months. You know what I mean? Like play every single mission. Don't talk to anybody. Shave my face.
I started Deathloop, but I'm only like an hour in, so I can't really say much. The opening is fairly slow, fairly boring. So I'm assuming it picks up once you get in, but the opening doesn't do much to pull you into the game.
I'm still playing Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. It's still magical and colorful and beautiful. And I have another JRPG lined up. When that's done, I'm going to dive right into Tales of Vesperia, another PS3 RPG. So
That's one I
classic.
played when it first came out. That was a good one.
yeah, I'm excited to jump into
Still to this day, my favorite JRPG is Star Ocean. It's the only game that
that. I believe they have made a new
really
one.
Loved. And
Don't quote me on this, but I think they just released a modern platform one that you may have to try
Really?
out. And
See,
I
I
know
would definitely
Shay
get
right
back
now.
into it.
Shay's probably standing up with a belt around his neck and his cock in his hand. Just, no, you got the title wrong. Relax, Shay. I'm trying. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get this title for my friend Nelson.
He
here.
did it deliberately.
I knew he would try to fixate himself.
No, I say we could touch base on She Hulk because She Hulk has delivered the goods.
Yep,
And you're all caught up?
I'm all caught up.
Okay. So we haven't seen the last episode, so spoilers. This is episode number 9, I believe, out of 10.
This is the one that, spoiler alert, somebody shows up in the courtroom.
And
Yep.
it finally happens. Matt Murdock.
Yep.
She-Hulk
comes to
fuck.
town. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, they do.
Fuck yeah. Listen, high five Matt Murdock.
I
Get
saw
you some.
I saw so many people that were angry, like they have him doing the walk of shame and all this. I'm like, I thought that
It was
shit
hilarious.
It's a female
fucking
empowerment show. Enjoy it.
hilarious. I thought the walk of shame for him was
I loved it.
perfect.
It was a role reversal.
Yeah.
It was good.
Especially
it was good.
because he did it in his costume.
Oh, yes.
That made it even
No shoes.
better.
No shoes.
Yes.
He's barefoot. Just walking. Leave your boots on. Why are you carrying your shoes?
It
What the fuck?
It was great. It
And the
was,
fact that he went along with that made it even better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, by the way, that's him doing the fight scenes. He looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Those fight scenes are well done.
oh, yeah, no, he's always
The actor
delivered.
playing Matt Murdock, he can
Yeah.
fucking throw down.
Yeah. And I like that they stepped up from the Netflix to the Disney, his agility levels.
Yes.
Like, I feel like they really touch base more on the comic version of how agile he really is, because that's one of his greater attributes.
When's your
Yeah.
birthday, Beefcake? Because I got a game I might pick up for you. Star Ocean: The Divine Force was just released. PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox Series.
Woo! Fuck
So-
yeah. It's tomorrow, my birthday.
All right. It's tomorrow? Oh,
Naturally,
wait a minute. It comes out October 27th. You gotta wait a little bit. But it's
uh,
coming, baby.
I'm a
It's
January.
coming.
I'm a January baby anyway.
So if you want a time to jump back into JRPGs, you said Star Ocean's your favorite. There's a brand new fucking spanking one coming out.
And I honestly,
And
have
hopefully
been
it's not a
looking for game
giant
to
piece
play.
of shit like Square Enix has been vomiting out lately.
Ooh, yeah, that's.
Please don't do this to us. Bandai Namco is eating your lunch right now.
Are you thinking
Come on,
that they're
Square.
the next EA Sports?
I really hope not, because we were all, for JRPG fans, and maybe Ed can attest to
Well,
this,
the thing is,
we were raised on Squaresoft.
Yeah.
Squaresoft. They raised us. They gave us Final Fantasy. They gave us all these masterpieces. Then they got bought up by Enix, another giant company in Japan. And as of late, the last 5 to 6 years, their quality of RPGs they've been putting out has not been up to snuff. No disrespect to Dragon Quest XI. That was great. No disrespect.
Not living
but
up to
Dragon
the
Quest XI is held true to their style of game. They didn't really branch out of it. They're like, no, we're just gonna
It
keep.
made me fall in love with JRPGs.
We're gonna
again.
keep
It was that good.
refining it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there's been a huge
Gave us
like
Final Fantasy 15.
run of series like in the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, where you had the Tales,
Yep.
you had Grandia, you had Final Fantasy, you had so many that were just one after another after another. Like you'd finish one game and there's another one right behind
The
it.
PlayStation 1, you couldn't even, like, it was Final Fantasy 7, fucking right behind that, Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy Tactics. It was just, they were hitting you with just legendary game. The Chrono Trigger bundle, Chrono Cross. I mean, for God's sake.
It feels like they kind of ran out of steam.
Xenosaga. It was a mecha. Suikoden 2. It was, I mean, you couldn't do anything. Like, the JRPGs in the PlayStation
They
were
kind of
unbelievable.
kept making them bigger and bigger. Also, I think plausibly maybe they're burning out the amount of time you put into a game, especially as that fan base gets older and has a job and a family and other things you need to do other than spend 200 plus hours
on a game.
on a
I
single
think,
game.
I think what they're doing is they're forgetting who built them. Like they made turn-based JRPGs. That's what everybody loved. That's what brought everyone into the genre. And now they're just regurgitating the same model.
Yeah.
Like it's an action RPG over and over again. The battle systems in a lot of these games are becoming similar.
Right.
Very few games do it right, like Bandai Namco with their Tales series.
Yeah.
Their battle systems and their action RPGs are much better than the stuff Square Enix is putting out. It is what it is. Like
Yeah.
So.
Well, one of the things I was reading, and I don't know how true it is, I don't know if it's a reboot of an older game, but Dynasty Warriors. See, I've been seeing that it's coming back. It's Dynasty Warriors number 9.
They need to
so I
go.
don't know
There's so many
if
of
that's
them.
new or not, because if there's
So
been
many
so
Dynasty
many, but they're saying just recently
started playing
Nintendo
it too.
Switch, Xbox Series X, Xbox One for Dynasty Warriors 9.
The problem is they went into like a style of game with it
That isn't fun.
that's terribly disappointing. It's not
Repetitive.
fun at all. It's not even that it's repetitive. You'd spend like an hour in menus before you even get to like a 30-minute fight, because you're doing like you're like the GM manager mode in like a football game where you're like
You have to
you're doing
pick all your
all the
units,
other
yeah.
nonsense in the background and you're not getting into like just give me a guy
Give me a battle.
and an army to go beat up.
Right.
That's what you wanted out
Well,
of
they
those
started
games.
selling their model, like that style of game. They would put everything. They had like a Naruto one. They had a Berserk one. They would take animes and they put the.
Well, the
characters
one
in
from the one they did with Zelda was way
Same
better.
one, same one.
Same company,
Right.
and it was the formula that they used to use. They're like, yes, this is the game I want.
Right.
And then they put out the next Dynasty Wars, and you're like, what is this piece of shit
Yeah.
that you just dropped on our laps after what you just did?
So it's like what he's saying, right? Is they forgot their original
what got them
fan
here.
base.
they tried to add more stuff, and it takes away from what the game actually
Dynasty
is.
Warriors used to be like almost like a gold standard for couch co-op.
Yeah.
I don't want to
You
manage.
pick a guy, I'll pick a guy. Let's go
let's
conquer
just-
an army.
Yeah, I don't want to
Destroy some
play
shit.
manager of every soldier. I don't mind managing like a handful of like these are my bodyguards. Like that was
Right.
a cool system, but they really have you
I don't
like
care about how many-
managing the whole battlefield. It's like this is absurd.
I don't want to allocate grain to my reserve troops. I want to fucking fight. Come on.
Fuck them guys. They're there to die.
I'm not an
Send the
economist.
reserves.
Look at my forehead. I'm dumb as shit. Me press buttons. I don't want to fucking allocate resources. You know.
That's fucking great.
Yeah. Sims the accountant mode. What the,
Yeah,
what the hell?
Sims the-
What? No.
So like we were saying about She Hulk.
Yeah. We went down a rabbit hole there.
we did.
But we came back around.
But yes. Fucking loving it, man.
Yeah.
What I did like was the little fight that they had. And it showed like brute strength versus agility,
Yeah.
right? It was like super ninja versus just like eventually I'm gonna fucking hit you
Yeah.
and you're gonna go down. Like
she kind of showed like you're good, but you can't fuck with me.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can't fuck with me. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm a
Once
higher level.
she clapped them hands before she clapped them cheeks, Matt Murdock went down, bro.
Poor Matt.
I just don't understand how she's not breaking these men.
Well,
She is She-Hulk. Like,
What I
doesn't
don't
she have like
understand
superhuman
is how
vagina?
they pretend constantly.
Like, does she not have superhuman vagina?
She probably does.
Oh, okay.
She probably does. Her kegels would probably snap anything.
So she had to have transformed back into regular Hulk girl. What's her name? Jennifer.
Walters.
Right.
Yeah.
And why are we pretending she's not attractive? They act in the show as if she's a fucking smoke show and she's a
They're
lawyer.
doing her dirty. They're doing her
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah.
That girl would not be single. No. 10 times out of 10, she'd be taken.
Thanks for saving me, Laffy Taffy.
Oh, you know,
He did say, he's like, ooh, Laffy Taffy.
that was when we started this. Laffy Taffy.
Supposedly, they got another big cameo for the last episode. I haven't seen what it is. I've avoided the
do you think
spoilers thus far.
Daredevil related?
I don't know.
Yeah, because fucking Sierra was out of town, I waited to watch this episode till
Yes.
last night.
Yes.
Internet fucking ruined it. I'm watching pictures of them make out. I'm like, God damn it. I knew they were going to fuck before they fucked. I was so mad.
Oh, that's
I was
disappointing.
like, well, that's nice. I guess I'll watch that later.
Shit. I was probably one of those assholes. I know I posted a meme. He's like, fuck,
Maybe.
man.
You might have contributed.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know.
definitely might have been.
It's all right, man.
Me.
Mario.
Hey!
Yes.
Transition.
The Mario World trailer dropped. Looks amazing.
Yep.
Looks amazing.
It does.
Bowser is gonna fucking. Oh my god, Ed, what'd you think?
I'm pleasantly surprised. There was a lot of speculation that they might go meta with the kind of thing with what they were doing, where like not necessarily Bowser being the bad guy or anything like that.
I thought that was a
More
C.
along the lines of like the party games where everybody's
I
actually.
thought that was a C. Yeah,
We won't even say it.
We're not gonna say
Yeah,
it.
we're not gonna
Keep
say
going.
it.
You had a good
But
point.
they make
Coming
it,
clusters.
it looks like it is actually like the legitimate Mario Brothers kind of story. Bowser's the bad guy. Mario has to go save the day.
And it looks like they definitely where they tried to do a great job with the trailer for Sonic. They definitely did a better job with Mario.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That looks like my Mario, not a
Now-
freakish nightmare.
I'm sold.
I
I'm
have
sold.
seen a lot of screenshots and people going, "What happened to Mario's ass?"
I didn't see
Yes,
that.
that's fucking great. Well, look.
He definitely lost some cake.
Yeah.
Listen, Captain America owns America's ass.
Yeah,
So
Mario
clearly
can't have
somebody was like, we can't have competition between Mario and Captain America. And to be fair, the guy playing Mario is a Guardian of the
it.
Galaxy.
He is. Mr. Chris Pratt himself.
Not known for his ass.
No.
He didn't go too crazy with the accent. They only give you like 2 or 3 seconds of it. But that was the
Well, they
big
can't
thing.
be borderline racist anymore.
Oh, we
Why
just,
I end up here?
But you know who don't complain? The Italians.
No, they don't.
no.
They love
The,
it.
the Italians, the Irish, they're like, fuck it. Bring on the leprechauns. We don't give a fuck. It's fucking
Yeah,
great.
have at
it's
it.
funny. You know what I mean? So,
You say one oy vey, and then you're in trouble. You get canceled.
that was Ian. Oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah. This guy. So,
They're gonna use their Jew magic.
I only seen the one trailer. I think there's only one trailer.
There's only
out.
the one, yeah.
But it looks fucking great. I'm excited for
Look
it.
what you've done to me. Look
Yeah,
what
they-
you've done to me.
I see you eating them fucking candies.
I'm going
bro.
into a
You know,
diabetic coma.
They definitely shifted a lot of
This man has
people's
perfect sandwiches
thoughts ahead of time because it
Can
really.
you show the camera your plate?
Oh
right now?
yeah, no.
This man has perfect symmetrical little sandwiches,
I
man.
stacked them up and got them ready to go.
And Ian has a pile of candy wrappers and Capri Sun in front of him. He's like, take me back to my elementary school days.
Tuck me in, Nelson.
Oh man. The next one, I know it's been released. I don't think any of us have watched it. It's Werewolf by Night.
Yeah,
No,
haven't
I'm
seen
gonna
it
check
yet.
it out tonight.
still
I'll
looks
tell you all
really
about it
good.
next week.
I definitely want to watch that, and we'll definitely come back and review that.
No, that's
next
the
week.
comic that Moon Knight showed up in. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually was messaging Eddie last night because I couldn't remember. I was like, fuck. I know that we had discussed it in the past, but yeah, they have some relevance with Moon Knight. So I think that's pretty cool. And there's supposed to be another cameo with another superhero or villain in the show too. But once we watch it, I'm sure we'll be able to pick it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they usually use everything to launch somebody else. So I imagine there's gonna be somebody else in there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine them not having at least some kind of a cameo for at least one person. But I do know they pushed back a bunch of items. So Blade got pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool 3 already got pushed back.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
it's gonna be so big. Well, they've got to make it as big as they can.
Well, the thing is,
Whatever, do what you gotta
when
do.
one project gets shifted, everything has to move back.
Right.
So like,
There was loss of a director. For
there was
Blade.
a loss of director for Blade.
Like, what do you mean lost? Like a loss? Like,
No,
he
just
dropped
stepped
out
down
of the
from-
project.
from the
Yeah.
project.
Right.
Which
So,
I don't understand because the guy playing Blade, he's probably one
They
of the
scrapped.
best fucking actors.
They
around.
scrapped
in the Marvel
the
universe,
entire
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
They stopped pre-production. They went back to writing. They threw out the entire script,
Somebody
and they're
was doing
doing a
something wrong,
whole
or somebody-
new
yeah,
script
somebody didn't like
and a
something.
whole new thing. So that whole thing with Blade reset completely.
I just don't understand how hard is it to write a movie about a fucking vampire superhero in this day and age. He is the day walker, bitches.
Just ask the people that made Morbius.
Good
Right.
point.
Yeah,
That's
no,
how, that's
yeah.
how you, that's how
Yeah,
you fuck
all
up.
right.
That's a very
That's how you
very
fuck up.
strong example, sir.
Yes, they did a
But you
Horrible
would
way to
really
go.
have to go.
But they pulled,
Go ahead.
was it the writer from some of the recent stuff they've been doing with Marvel?
not the Eternals, though, right?
No, not the Eternals.
My guts dropped. It's not the salami.
But apparently, whatever was going on with it, I guess the director was like, "Nah, I'm out." And then at that point, they were like, "All right, we need to just reset this whole thing and get it all back on track."
Are they really keeping Ezra Miller on as the Flash? Is that a
They
rumor?
are.
They are
And they're going forward with it.
doing more reshoots right now.
Ladies
With
and
Ezra
gentlemen,
Miller?
I would like to a moment of silence for DC.
Yo, you
right.
know what would be good? Is if they cast alongside him Britney Spears and they just made it a complete shit show.
Oh, they might as
They're
well.
like, here's the Black Canary. Boom. And they bring in Britney Spears.
I mean, why don't we put Bill Cosby in it? I mean, fuck it, you know,
Oh, why not?
Why not? Hey, no, why not? Hey,
You know what?
Hey,
Spring
why
R.
not?
Kelly. Spring R. Kelly.
Yeah, no,
Bring him
no,
in.
R. Kelly,
Yeah,
Bill
let's
Cosby,
go,
yeah,
Bill
why not?
Cosby,
Hey,
yeah,
who
fuck
gives a
it.
fuck? Who gives a
Fuck
fuck?
it.
If Michael Jackson was still around, stick his ass, he can move off
Yeah,
through there.
yeah. You know what? Jeffrey Dahmer's still alive. Bring his ass in.
put Jeffrey in
Everybody
there.
loves good
Yeah,
serial
yeah.
killer.
I
Bring
mean, fuck,
his ass into the
Ezra
show.
Miller, you might as well put John Wayne Gacy in there. I mean,
Oh, fuck it, yeah.
yeah.
Let's bring them all back.
Yeah, what will you stop at, DC? Marvel would never do that, ever.
They're too classy. That's what happens when you work with the House of Mouse.
That's right.
Yeah, none of that shit.
Speaking of Marvel, Keanu Reeves says he wants to play Ghost Rider.
I'm down.
I'm down.
I'm down. Do
He
it.
said that's
Why
his,
haven't they signed him already?
He said
Somebody
that's his dream role. Somebody at Marvel should have picked up the phone
Immediately.
immediately.
He can play
No, no.
Constantine and he can play
Listen,
Ghost Rider.
that's
Two
not
dark.
just, that's
yes.
not somebody you pick up a phone and call. You send Mickey Mouse and fucking self to the goddamn house. Sign right here, sir.
Come on, Keanu, we need you.
Oh, hey, you can have Minnie for a whole day.
I'm a big fan of John Wick. Oh.
Yeah, he comes with Daisy and fucking Minnie. Like, brought some girls along for you.
Yeah.
Here, you're the one.
Get over there. Get over there, Donald.
He's like, no, thanks. Oh, not your type. Hey, Goofy, get over here.
Gosh, Mickey, I haven't done this in a while.
So it's like riding a bike.
All right, we've gone down. Now we got Minnie Mouse sucking up Keanu Reeves. But that is good
As
news.
it should be.
That's good news that Keanu Reeves wants to jump into the Marvel. And we still don't know for sure what Henry Cavill's going to do.
Yeah.
'Cause we know he wants to play. I mean, there's been rumors he's
gonna be
going to
top
play.
secret.
Yeah.
Captain Britain,
Well, no, and also who's the guy that he's like Superman, but he's in
Omni-Man.
Sentry, was
the
it?
Sentry. I fucking.
Not Omni-Man.
Yeah, I know.
That could be interesting.
Not today.
Listen, that would be a perfect
Has he
role for
has
him.
he played a villain?
I could see.
He was
him
a villain
playing.
in Mission Impossible, but nothing on a superhero level.
But he had that porn stash before in the Bond, like that little top stash.
It wasn't
Yeah.
Bond. It was Mission Impossible.
Yeah. Yo, so in Bond when he had that porn stash, no, he could pull off the Omni-Man look,
Yeah.
right?
He could. He could.
He's big enough, and I would like
But
to see him play a mean villain.
I think we should let Invincible play itself out before we start going. Everyone always jumps to live action.
But tell me,
Well,
you
I
wouldn't
think
want
the
to see a
comic-
live action.
I think the comic
Invincible.
is done. So
be
Invincible
pretty violent.
is
It'd be pretty
story
violent,
wise.
yeah.
I think the story wise that it's already done.
Yeah.
Speaking of animated and violence, if you're an anime fan, you need to get over to Crunchyroll and you need to check out Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, because
Oh, sounds
it's
like
a very
Christmas movie.
wholesome family show.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Yes, it is. I was so excited for Chainsaw Man. I was waiting for almost a year for this to be released because I heard how good the manga was. It did not disappoint. That first episode was as good as you can get.
That is one of the shows that when I seen the manga out there of it, I'm like, how could they actually make this a show?
Oh.
And it's just gratuitous violence.
It is as gruesome as it sounds, and
Yeah.
I love it. It gave me Spawn vibes.
Oh.
The way the story plays out and the main character, it gave me vibes of Spawn.
Nice.
Like a sad story, just a dark cloud hanging over everything, and just the raw, just violence of when he comes into the character that he is. Oh my god!
Well, that's
I'm
another,
excited to see where they go.
that's another movie that they're talking about rebooting.
I
Spawn.
saw that, and
with Jamie
Foxx.
Foxx. What?
Yeah.
I'm in.
And Blumhouse, it makes nothing but dark horror movies, is doing it.
I
Nice.
think
And it's
I think that'll
R-rated
be
with
pretty
Todd
sick.
McFarlane directly involved.
As it should be, because
Yeah.
Spawn was a vicious comic book. right?
Yes.
Yeah,
There was-
And
they didn't pull
he's
any
a leader
punches.
of Hell's armies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
I
kills
mean-
people with chains and evil magic. So yes, it's pretty bad.
Goes after child molesters and murderers. Those
Yeah,
are
Billy
those are the
Kincaid,
people
God
he goes
bless him.
after.
What a great
Yeah,
villain.
man. But I mean, as far as like
That's nice,
superheroes from hell are concerned, Ghost Rider and Spawn are my two favorites.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's I always use Spawn as an example when there was always like an argument. Oh, there's not enough like really strong lead black characters. I was like, Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Al Simmons is like one of my favorite superheroes. I love Spawn was arguably one of my favorite comic book characters from the 90s.
Yep.
He might have been. If you go off how many toys I owned,
He had to
Spawn.
be the biggest. At one point, he was the guy.
The toys that they made for kids. I mean, granted, my mom was like, I can't believe I'm buying
Mm-hmm.
you this, but they were the most evil, like
Yeah.
well-designed
Violator?
action.
Violator,
Yes, they were the
yeah.
best designed action figures ever.
McFarlane toys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
were horrific. Like
People
they
went
were,
out of their
oh my
way
God.
collecting them for
They
quite some
set
time.
they set a new bar for collector's items.
Yeah, their toys, the detail they put into each one. Oh my God, ugh.
Well, another cartoon that they need to tap into making a live action superhero, Static Shock. They can go that route
They could.
as well.
They could.
Because that was a great cartoon. Growing
Yeah.
up as a kid, it was one of my favorites.
It was right there at Batman Beyond. They even did a crossover.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
between
that's
Static
right.
Shock and
Yeah.
Batman Beyond.
Yeah. So I mean, there are
That's the
some
old
out there
WB.
that they
The
could
old
tap
WB
into.
had some hits, man,
Yeah, and,
and a lot of misses.
a lot of misses.
At least they could do with that racist frog they had. You know?
Oh man.
WB.
Yeah, one day-
WB.
One day he disappeared. I'm like, what happened to the frog?
Yeah.
You know what happened to the frog.
Somebody got wise, is what happened.
They put his ass out to pasture.
He got drowned in an alley and shot.
You see
But yeah,
the
if-
pearls dropping. Batman was born.
Yeah, exactly. It was those frogs pearls.
Frog's pearls.
If you,
Those are
But
some
anyway.
mighty small pearls,
Yeah,
sir.
exactly. If you are an anime fan, this is your month because everything in Japan drops in October.
Yep.
So
Oh.
Chainsaw Man is out. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna watch it tonight after everything else I watch. My Hero Academia season 6 has dropped, and Bleach, the 1,000-Year War arc,
Yes.
drops this month. So if you're an anime fan, this is the time to get in. I even heard news. There's a One Piece movie coming out really soon. One Piece, it's called Red.
I just have to catch up on the
1,000
1,000 episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got One Piece.
Oh, do you?
Sad news the other day. True story. The creator of Yu-Gi-Oh,
Yes.
Kazuki Takahashi,
Yeah.
reportedly drowned trying to save a child in a riptide.
Wow.
Jesus. Way to change the mood here.
So,
Well, thank you,
fuck
sir.
you, riptides! I don't know who you are, but I'm coming for you.
Thank you
No,
for the
but
magic, sir. Thank you for the magic.
No,
Jesus.
yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh was huge.
Normally we don't bring up sad news here,
Yeah.
but like he was such a huge influence in my childhood.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh, the game.
This man shit all over Robin Williams in like the last
Fuck
episode.
Robin Williams. He
He's
didn't
a-
create Yu-Gi-Oh. Fuck that guy. What's the best thing he's done for you? Robin Williams. What is it? Name one thing.
Jumanji. Hook.
All right.
Fucking
Name
Genie.
two. Name two.
Flubber.
Okay.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Name six.
Jesus. Popeye.
All right. Popeyes shit the bed. Popeye shit the bed. That was a bad fucking movie. Even when I was young, as far as bad movies were concerned, that was a bad movie.
Robin Williams is a magical man.
Yeah.
And his work lives on forever, sir.
I'm sure he is. But he didn't create Yu-Gi-Oh! Seto Kaiba? Pegasus?
Just what the world needs.
Yugi?
Another card game.
It was one of the best card games ever created. But is it considered a manga?
It was. It's considered a shonen because it was in Shonen Jump for a while.
Yeah. I mean, they diluted and watered it down for American consumers.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah, you can't have people losing their fucking souls in duels and kids' cartoons.
why not? Have you not seen
Your move.
Had to take away the guns and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
and cover up Mai's cleavage. Can't have that.
yeah. And it's
They
okay.
do that in Digimon too, though.
Yeah. I mean, is it
And
okay
kids
to
jerking
like
off the Angel Woman?
eat spinach and beat up somebody on a port for no reason? With your fucked up pipe.
Don't even go back to the cartoons from the 50s. They were bad.
Bluto
for no
a
reason.
rapist.
Yes, that's literally what I was gonna say.
Really, really what he was.
Pepe Le Pew was a rapist for years. No means no, motherfucker.
You know, that's why they got rid of him in Space Jam too.
That's what they had to.
Yeah, but they brought Bluto in.
Look at the World War II comics with Bugs
Isn't
Bunny.
that racism?
Bugs Bunny and President the Japanese.
They're like, we can't have Pepe.
He's not white enough.
Bring in Bluto.
He only has a little stripe of white.
Yeah, he's forgivable.
Yeah, no. And then the crows in Dumbo, they were straight up racist.
Ooh.
They were right there with that damn WB frog.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, come on. They did it in Transformers with the cars also.
That's true.
Debatable, right?
That's not debatable.
Because
Do we need to rewatch that movie?
Ed has zero room for interpretation. That's not debatable. No.
I was going to try to come up with a clever argument, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that one.
All right. Yeah, you're right. But they did have Megan Fox.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
In
true.
the first one.
That's redeemable.
The racist cars were in the second one. Just saying.
The racist cars.
They were in the second one. I remember them. It was bad.
Oh yeah, that's another. When a scene comes on, you go, "What the fuck is happening?"
Yeah. You're like, did I? I'm gonna finish watching this.
And
movie.
Michael Bay was just sitting there like, yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I want.
And can they dance too?
Yeah.
Excellent.
you know, somebody in casting was like, "We need them to sound
He's sitting there.
urban."
Michael Bay was
Yeah.
sitting there with a cigarette. He's like, what's some more change on that fucking car? Michael, I don't think we should shut the fuck up. Fire him. Fire that guy.
Jesus Christ. This is
Make the rims shinier on that car.
so that Robin Williams, eh?
Yeah. Rest in peace, Rob.
What a gem.
But no, seriously, rest in peace. God, anyone dies in the anime,
Of
pop
course.
culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, we feel for you.
It's crazy. It's just I brought it up because Yu-Gi-Oh! Me and my brother played years
Oh yeah.
of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Is
tournament
Miyazaki still
style.
alive? The guy who created Studio Ghibli, is he still alive?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
Studio Ghibli?
Hayao Miyazaki is Studio Ghibli is like the Japanese Disney.
Okay.
They make these epic motion pictures like My Neighbor Totoro, Spirited Away,
Okay.
Howl's Moving Castle. It had
Yep.
Christian Bale in it.
Okay.
Princess Mon. Like if you haven't seen them, I can give you a bunch
His
to watch.
son followed in his footsteps. Recently put out a movie, and his dad went, "Fuck you!" Came out of retirement to put out another movie just to put him to shame.
Wow!
Really?
Wow, Dad.
Yeah.
So basically, his son was spirited away.
Yes, in a
It's
sense.
like, Papa, I made a movie like you do. It's shit.
Shit.
I have to come out of retirement because your movie is shit.
You have a disgraced name.
You have just.
The family name.
I would rather sell Studio
Yo, bro,
Ghibli.
you think he mailed a sword to his son?
Kill yourself.
You know what to do, bitch.
Kill yourself and upload it to Facebook.
He
Only
said,
way to clear our shame.
just a sword and a pillow to kneel on.
Wow,
Like,
that was
Dad,
dark.
what the fuck?
Kill yourself live on the air.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That'll be a better movie than what you put
Erase
out.
your shame. I can see Miyazaki being like
Fuck.
that.
He's like, you're no Robin Williams.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
But rest in peace. But rest in peace.
I just caught that.
I know. I have to unfuck what you tried to fix.
We gotta make a Mount Rushmore of people that that Nelson shits on. Let's not forget. We got Val Kilmer.
We're gonna need more than a Mount Rushmore, sir.
Jesus.
We're gonna need a top 20 list.
But
maybe
yes.
some charts.
I'll definitely feel that one when he goes. When Hayao Miyazaki goes, I'll feel that. Just like I felt when Kentaro Miura died, the creator of Berserk.
Yeah.
Because like there's guys out there that are so creative and their work lives on.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, they add value to your life, like something that you thoroughly watched or played and just enjoyed and felt.
Well,
like,
in that
"Damn,
case,
man."
like the guy you said, Takahashi.
Yeah.
He created something that the whole world at one point
Yep.
enjoyed.
Yeah.
And in some way or another, it endures. It keeps
Yeah.
going on. Kids years from now can either open a deck of cards or they can tune into the old show and go, "Wow, this is pretty cool."
Yeah, yeah.
And that's something that
And it was one of those shows
He'll
that,
be
like,
remembered.
honestly, like even going like when it was big and popular was in Brooklyn, and it was like a nerdy thing, but it crossed over. It
Yeah.
was kind of like the X-Men cartoon where it was like everybody was watching
Yeah.
it. Everybody knew Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's like Dragon Ball Z. It was
Yes.
like,
Yes,
it was
it was
very
like
much
Dragon
like
Ball Z.
you're not what
Yeah.
like you're the asshole for not watching Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Z.
It was universally accepted across different
Absolutely.
communities, different walks of life. Everybody.
And I
liked
love
it.
how anime specifically has it's melded in with hip hop so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
so that like shows like Afro Samurai,
Yeah.
Yep.
like completely just originated from the culture.
Yeah.
I love that, and I love that like even today, especially today, like you go into a gym, it's 40% anime shirts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You see
Oh,
big
yeah.
ass motherfuckers like lifted in a Goku shirt.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh
Yeah.
my god, like that dude is inspired by him.
I think
Yeah.
a lot of that's because even though it gets turned more for children when it hits the American shores, it's not made for children.
It's not.
Right.
The original
Like
Japanese
there are
content is
some
not
that
for children.
are, but most of them aren't. So
Right.
the content within them is a little more adult. So even if they tone it down, you can watch it and still get the context of, oh, I see what they removed.
Yeah. Spoiler alert though, Chainsaw Man, don't watch with your kids. Please. It is not for children.
They don't pull any punches on that
Nothing
show.
about that.
He
is,
has
no,
a
no.
chainsaw for a face.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Ed. Yes.
He is called
But the-
Chainsaw Man for a reason.
In order
Yeah.
to get
So-
that chainsaw for a face, he has to fuse his heart with a devil. So there's a lot that happens in the
Yeah.
first episode. Don't worry. And by the way, my devil
That's
toy
very
should be
realistic.
showing up today. my devil Pochita plushie should be showing up today. I'm a big fan.
Devil Pochita.
Oh, you got to see this thing. It's a demon dog with a chainsaw nose. You
Yes.
have to see this.
That is
Yes.
great.
It's going to be the mascot going forward for all anime. I guarantee you. It's the most adorable thing I've ever seen. I was like, I must have it. I must have it.
All right, let's dive into the nitty gritty. Let's start
GOT,
with.
or we gotta start with LOTR.
I knew you.
Lot
I know.
Rubber,
I knew
God.
you do. Let's start with Lotar.
If you say those two shows together, it sounds like you're speaking Orcish. Lotar, God.
Lotar.
God, Lotar.
Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Lord of the Rings.
Man, every episode just gets better and better. This last episode, I really like the direction that they took with it. They emphasized a little bit more on what was going on with the dwarf
Power
and
struggle.
the elf.
Little power struggle there between Durin and his daddy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Durin and Durin.
And and spoiler, at the very end there,
You did get a little Balrog.
The Balrog of
fuck
Morgoth.
yeah, bro.
Oh,
When that shit showed up, I'm like, there's gonna be an epic fight
I knew.
at the end of this season. I
I
hope.
knew.
I think
knew
it's
what-
going to be a fucking slaughter for the poor dwarves is what's going to
Yeah.
It
happen.
is, because Saruman even says in the movies, you know what the dwarves awoke.
Yeah,
Yep.
but
Doom.
here's what I think.
Balrog of Morgoth.
Here's what I think happens, and this is speculation.
Purely speculation.
The elves come in to save their asses from being completely wiped out, which allows
Plausible.
them to get the Mithril.
Because
Historically,
they-
in the lore, the dwarves were wiped out, and the goblins inherited the kingdom of Khazad-dûm.
Really?
Yes, which is why.
now,
Okay, all
now
right.
we do see later on
That's why I said it was speculation.
in the main movies they did get in the main movies they do have enough mithril to make some chainmail armor and
do.
things of that nature. So they do get some.
Yeah.
But do you think it's because of that one piece that he brings back? They find a way to maybe recreate it.
They haven't unlocked. they
No,
haven't
no,
delved
because
deep
he
enough.
left that piece with Durin, and then he throws it across the table, lands next to the leaf.
Yeah. And the
So
leaf burns up.
Elf Boy doesn't have the
You're right,
piece
you're right, you're
anymore.
right,
He
you're right.
left it with Durin. So then they go back to
I
the.
thought you referred to Elrond as Elf Boy.
Elrond
Yeah, Elf
Lover.
Boy. I did. Yeah.
Elf Boy.
Elf Boy.
So
Boy
that's
elf.
that's when he decides he's gonna chip the hole in the wall. Dad catches him. Blah blah blah.
Right.
You're
Fire
not
demon.
my son.
Yeah. I just thought it was fucking awesome. Who are these other wizards, though?
Not
We don't know. They're
sure.
creepy as shit, and they're just trying to catch who we presume to be Gandalf.
And at first, I wasn't sure if they were evil or not, but when they set a fucking blaze to
They-
all of their homes.
They literally
Yeah.
burned the homes of a bunch of midgets just to amuse themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Just to get their
but
jobs
yo,
off.
the bitch didn't even smile.
No.
No.
She didn't growl. She was just like, oh, you think you funny with this fire, huh? All of your houses are ablaze.
All your homes are
Yeah,
not.
they were
Yeah.
suspiciously dark looking to begin with, and then that was like, oh yeah, no, they're evil. They're evil. Those poor Harfoots had essentially everything burned down twice
They lost everything.
But
in
you-
like 48 hours.
But the smart ones
Sucks being
left.
a hobbit.
The smart ones left the village, and I'll tell you why. Because everything was burned down. So these
Yeah.
motherfuckers had a lot of work in front of them. So they're like, you know what? I'm going with her. We'll go find.
Yeah.
We'll go find the wizard. You guys rebuild the entire caravan.
All this shit.
Yeah, the guy that magically healed the land, we shouldn't have thrown him out. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
No shit. He probably kept you safe.
And I mean, just for the simple fact that he tried, even if he didn't, right? He tried to
Yeah.
save their land, but
the
they
dude
were
was
just
talking
too
to a tree.
impatient.
You keep him around.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't hurt.
Can he? Dahmer.
Was Dahmer talking to trees?
Yeah, probably.
Poor Jeffrey.
No, poor Jeffrey.
poor Jeffrey.
There is no poor Jeffrey. I would say poor
Fuck
Robin
Jeffrey.
Williams before I say poor Jeffrey, and that says a lot.
We can't even compare.
I would say Sandra Bullock is a great actor before I say poor Jeffrey.
Jeff was misunderstood.
Yeah,
Just
man.
partially, right?
Yeah, fuck, man. No, what else happened in that episode that was of great importance?
Queen is blind,
Yeah.
and she's doubling down.
Yeah, yeah.
She promises to return with the entire full force of the Númenórean army.
Now, I think her intent is to return, and I hope she does return, but her captain was really
Elendil.
fucking
He's broken. His son is
Heartbroken.
his son, I believe, lives,
Yeah.
though he believes he's dead.
right. But he's like the heart and soul of that army.
Yeah.
Like, he's the guy they look to. Like, the army looks to him to lead the way. And he's got to find a way to, man up a little bit. I know you lost your son. That fucking sucks. But, like, you got a great responsibility to handle for your kingdom.
They had a very long chunk of peace. So their soldiers are not really soldiers. They haven't been battle tested.
No. They went over there with the best of intentions. But the reality of war and I think the
Also,
enemy they face.
They underestimated their enemy.
Yeah.
Definitely. They did not expect them to create an entire land of
Yeah.
their own.
Who expects someone to light a fucking volcano?
No one does. That's definitely out of left field. That's left field.
I mean, I do all the time. Every
Like-
time I go to work, I'm like, you guys better not light a volcano.
no volcanoes
You didn't
today.
suspect Plan A was set off a volcano? You
No.
asshole.
I don't think anybody
How do you
did.
not know that?
Not anybody did. When they stuck that evil sword in the altar and turned it, I didn't think there was a volcano coming. I saw
No.
a flood coming. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, he flooded the river.
That's what I
good.
was thinking. They're going
That's
to
good.
flood the valley.
Not, I'm gonna fucking steam pressurize the magma and blow the fucking world up. I was like, okay.
But he was so nonchalant about it. Like, they had him captured, dead to rights, and he's just like,
And what's gonna be Adar's new name? He said I should take on a new name. We don't know what it's gonna be. Is it gonna be
Dick Weasel?
Sauron?
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sauron?
Weasel Dick.
Either could be either. So, yeah.
You know what? Why not take on the name Sauron? He's like, everybody's waiting for Sauron. Here I am.
Yeah, but you gotta probably get a little tougher. I mean, Sauron wouldn't get his ass captured by elves. I don't think that would happen.
Yeah, but he was pretty relaxed even though he was captured.
He was.
Yeah,
he was
like,
even
he
critiquing
knew-
her. He was like,
Yeah.
I'm not the only one corrupted by the dark.
This is true. I feel like he knew, like, he had the upper
Smug
hand
bastard.
Yeah.
the whole time. He's like, I just need this one little last.
Well, he knew
piece
he
of
had given the
puzzle.
sword to his little minion.
Yeah, so he knew it was eventually coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had the
And,
trump card.
Fuck that guy, right?
Yeah. He had all the Exodia cards. You know?
I mean, you have
Oh,
the sword
Exodia.
that
Nice.
if all you have to do is not use it, and evil literally that day loses.
Yeah.
Evil loses that day. All you have to do is not use the sword, and you're like,
I feel
Let's
like
use
I
the
feel like
sword.
Lord of the Rings is full of that though. It's full of that. Like even
Yeah.
when like Isildur, he just has to drop the ring in
Yeah.
the fucking fire. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it.
yep,
Because at the end of the day, power corrupts.
It does. It
And
does.
that's what the main story always shows. Like,
Especially in the hearts of men.
yes,
Yeah.
We're always the one that.
and they always feel like, well, this is the only upper hand that I can have against evil, while it's the one thing that cripples them
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
They always think it won't happen to me. I
Right.
can use it for good.
Yeah.
I can,
Yes.
No.
I'm stronger than
No.
it. Yeah, and that's why I think the story was written so beautifully, because the only people able to harness that kind of power and really destroy it is something like
smallest.
a hobbit.
yeah,
smallest
something so
person
pure
with a
and
pure
good.
heart.
Yeah,
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, man.
The story comes full circle.
It really does. I'm really liking the Lord of the Rings. It's beautiful. The show is elegant. It's well written. The fight scenes are pretty fucking dope. The orcs are evil as fuck.
yep.
And so it's Game of Thrones.
You know what? This episode, I was fucking feeling it.
I was feeling it too. Like
Go
the,
for
the
it,
Whole
go for it.
The whole
Bring us
awkwardness
in.
of the family.
Yeah.
Awkwardness of the family scene. Spoiler alert for everybody. That's what he did. But yes, I loved it. I loved it. Like because you kind of felt for old King Viserys. You know,
Yeah.
The dude's rotting away. He's like he just wants to see his family whole again. But that family ain't healing.
No.
No.
That family ain't healing at all.
Like,
And that scene at the trial. Like,
oh,
my
that was
God.
that made me happy.
You can hear David. You can hear Damon's just like say it. He made up his mind. He wanted
Yeah,
to
he's
kill
like,
that guy.
give me an excuse,
say it.
by all means.
Say it.
And I think he did it to protect his brother as well.
He straight up said, "You can keep his tongue.
Yeah.
He can keep his tongue."
You know, his brother is trying his best to keep the family together, keep the kingdom strong, but their infighting is just like he's just like he's so done with it. But he's always looking for a reason to fucking kill somebody.
How petty is one-eyed Eamon? Just
Yeah.
constantly being
Oh.
like, "You're
Yeah.
so strong. You boys are strong."
Listen,
That's
I mean,
not your real name.
would you not hold a grudge if these motherfuckers took your eye when you were
I
a
would
kid?
indeed hold a grudge.
And then you grew up to
Listen.
be the biggest one of them all?
You picked
Bro,
up a
he's-
rock to bash a kid in the head half your size. You lost your eye. Fuck you. You deserve it. You're an asshole. You're an asshole. You stole somebody's dragon, and then you went to beat up a couple girls, and the little kids were getting the better of you, and you lost an eye. You fucking deserve it.
Well, those kids should have drank milk because they're going to get fucked up eventually. I have a feeling he's going to
I have
come.
a feeling Eamon's not going away. He's,
Yeah, no,
No.
he's deaf. And the mother knew it.
Very
She's like, I'm
cunning,
going to
a
get rid of
very
the
cunning
kids,
kid.
and then I'll come back on a dragon's back.
Yeah.
Aegon, his older brother, sucks though.
Yeah.
The little rapist kid. God bless.
Yeah, he's a fucking
Yeah.
asshole. He's
He
a
is.
little asshole. He really is. But I got to say, I kind of like the one-eyed bastard.
I do kind of like it. too.
He's
He plays smug very well.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna fuck you guys up. I'm probably gonna take a hand, maybe a dick, a leg. I'm chopping something off, bitches. I'm
He's good,
coming
too.
for what's mine.
He beat that Kingsguard when they were sparring.
Yeah.
He genuinely did. He's talented.
But
He
still,
didn't want no part of Damon. Though.
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Damon was standing there. He's like, Damon even respected him. You gotta like his face was just like, this little motherfucker's like a little me right now. But I gotta protect my kids. You want some, bitch? You want some, bitch? I didn't think so. Go to your room. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here.
He did kind of put him in his place.
He did. And look, it
Damon's
was
still
Damon.
that dude.
He seen that guy lob somebody's head in half.
Bro, that
That'll test-
that Valerian steel is sharp.
My only issue is, and for shows like this, you always run into weird little things like this. Otherwise, the show just doesn't continue. Where it's like they're at the dinner table, everyone is infighting, and you have a sword, long dagger, where it's like, oh, here's a prophecy of why we need to get our shit together, and you don't think, maybe now's a good time, because I'm literally at the worst of it, where most of these motherfuckers are dead. Here's all that's left, and they want to kill each other. Maybe I should clue them in on the thing of why they shouldn't kill each other.
But that would make it too easy.
No.
And
Easy.
instead, you're
That
like,
would make it too easy.
I gotta die before they know.
I'm going to half hallucinate on my way out.
And leave it up to interpretation to my bitch wife,
Yeah. But I don't
who's
understand.
going to use the prophecy as a bullshit way to put her son on the throne.
But the parents really aren't taking their kids under their wing
No.
and making them behave like, because they shouldn't want to murder each other. I mean, outside of the one kid who we all feel bad for with the one eye. What's his
Fuck
name
him.
Amen.
again? Amen.
A lot of these friggin' names, are like copies of each
Yeah,
other.
or throw them in a pit. Let them fight it out. Whoever comes out, you guys are left to protect the prophecy. And the weakest ones are dead.
Yeah.
And keep it moving.
I wouldn't do that though, because Amon's walking out of that.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
well, the thing is,
The
you
kids
need to maintain a strong enough bloodline. We all know what happens in the future, but
Right.
and for them, at this point in time, the goal should be maintaining a strong enough bloodline to control the dragons for the future.
Yeah.
And if you keep killing each other, you're not going to have much of a bloodline left.
What do you think? The two little kids jump big guy and fuck him up while he's sleeping or something?
Ooh.
I don't think it happens.
No, they already took him out of the picture because she brought him off property back to her little castle in the
Nobody's
sky.
safe.
Yeah, but he's got the biggest dragon.
The biggest.
He could get over there easily enough.
Yeah.
Anyone
Biggest,
with a
meanest.
dragon has the ability to travel back and forth.
But do you think that he's gonna be bold enough to bring the one dragon to fight the two dragons?
That's
that
also
they
open.
have
That's
there?
also open war.
Or they have 4 dragons actually, because both her sons ride dragons. You got Damon and
Damon's dragon is still laying eggs.
that's a
Yeah.
bad motherfucker, right?
3
there.
new eggs.
So it's questionable. I think if there is gonna be any retribution, it's gonna be on foot. He's gonna catch him like
Yeah.
Well,
pissing in a
war's
horse
coming.
stall or something.
A war's coming. I mean,
Yeah.
there's gonna be a war. The
Yeah.
House Targaryen's gonna be divided. The
Yeah.
High Towers will be on one side. The Valerians will be on the other. It's gonna be
And then no one's going to learn of any of this.
Prophecy.
And they're going to make all of the same fucking mistakes a couple of years down the line.
Yeah.
And
until
where
it
you
gets all the
got
way up to
little
Robert's
finger in the
Rebellion.
hand and everybody fucking everybody over and nobody gets their shit sorted out.
And then,
Now, who do you think is the Night King? If you had to guess.
oh, none of these guys.
I think it's the king.
I don't think any of them.
I think it's the king. I think the king witnesses this war about to break out, something that like forces him to die and like take this malice with him to become the Night King. Or do you think it's further down the
I think-
bloodline?
It's further down the line.
I
I think
think-
the Night King's already up there somewhere.
I think the prophecy is not as much a prophecy versus he actually saw what was happening in the north. But I
Kinda
think he
like that-
saw something farther north and he could see, oh, this is coming down. And if they make it all the way down, the only thing we have is fire. So I think that whatever they ran from is what's coming. So they're there now, and they know we need to just build an army and maintain the bloodline to control the dragons, because when they come, we need to be strong enough to repel them.
yeah.
Because we already lost over here, so now we're over here.
Because we're not even talking about Winterfell now. And we haven't seen Winterfell
Yeah.
yet this season. So.
Do you think there are going to be some more spin-offs of the different houses? Because I thought that that's what they would do initially. Because Eddie was saying that they might be doing like 2, 3, or 4 seasons of the House of Dragon. I thought it would be a cooler
I
idea.
thought they were
Martin-
doing an Arya Stark one.
if
Martin-
they did,
R-
Jon Snow is
yeah.
getting his own spin-off. I know
R.R.
he's coming
Martin
back.
says he
Return of
wants
the King or some shit like that.
he wants 4 seasons, 10 episodes apiece, to properly tell their story.
Okay, and then maybe jump, because I thought it would be cool, like if you did one House of Dragon, then like a House of Stark. You do a house
Yeah,
of this,
so
a house of that, and bring
Snow-
all of them into
Snow
play.
is definitely getting his own. Whether they'll wait until after they're done with the House of Dragons, and maybe they'll like, oh, he's further down the line, or they may do it like on opposite ends of the year if they feel like they don't have a strong enough lineup with what they
Yeah.
already have to keep people pulled in. Because
Yeah.
the main things that pull people in are a handful of shows.
Right. Yeah. Right. But they know that Kit Harington is a big enough actor.
But isn't he kind of like... He's the Black Knight now. He's kind of in with Marvel. I mean...
He is. He is.
Blade got pushed back right now, so
true.
and it looks like he's going to be part of what's going on with Blade.
But I feel like the Jon Snow show would be like a big show.
Yeah. Oh, I think it could be huge.
Yeah, but
Especially
the way
'cause
shows
you could
are
bring back a lot of the beloved characters.
yeah, the way the shows are done now, though, you're getting 8-10 episodes.
Bring back Zombie Daenerys.
So even though they're bigger productions for the episodes,
What?
they're
Yeah, no, it's
you know,
alright.
it's not like
Bring back zombie Robin Williams.
it's not like they're doing like 24 episodes like they used to do on the WB shows.
Look at the clown guy, the clown doctor. He's coming back to kill. Put him on a dragon's back. My bad.
You weren't fucking hugged enough. That's your problem.
Rolling Val Kilmer.
I'm gonna tie you up, make you watch Aladdin over and over again.
He could be the new kid in the wheelchair, Val Kilmer.
Fucking hate it.
What's his name from the Stark family?
Bran.
Bran. Yeah.
And
He
he's
could
the
be
king
like
of Westeros.
older Bran. Roll him in. He's so... And on that note, thank you for joining us at the Sofa Kingdom podcast, where you can find us on social media at
Sofa Kingdom OFC,
and you can find us on YouTube.
Sofa Kingdom Podcast.
Ian, take us away.
Like, share, subscribe. Tell somebody about us.
Yo.
Get the word out. Because, you know, we had such great things happen
And
on
I
this
just want-
podcast. You definitely want to be here for it. You definitely
And
wanna
I
hear
just want to say that I do not pick overpowered video game characters
The
to
fuck
fight with.
you don't.
I always pick
You
the
defeated us-
hardest character to play.
You defeated us with a character that is banned in international competition.
What is the name of the character?
I don't know. It's a character you have to get with a code. It was ridiculous. You have to put in a code in the game to even unlock the character.
I think his name was Inferno. to
Oh
be
yeah,
honest. Yes.
that's normal.
Yeah,
Inferno.
yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. It was Chainsaw Man.
He's the Superman of that game.